Good afternoon. Here is the national news from BGI TV, Babak by Imo TV. I am Moriri Rebila Lawal. First are the major headlines for the national news. Lagos to pro petrol souvenir at party. We are overcoming security challenges, General Irabo. Adedoyin orders remain in prison as court reserves ruling on bail. Police rescue toddler, 4 women in Katsina community. Popular markets, supermarket operator kidnapped in Kogi. And last story, police arrest woman over murder of 75-year-old man in Anambra. Now the news in details. The Lagos State government on Saturday said it is investigating a viral video showing kegs of petrol handed out as souvenirs at an event center in Lagos. Lagos State Commissioner of Information and Strategy, Benga Omotosho, made this known in a statement. There is no doubt that this action is dangerous and can lead to loss of life and property. It is blatantly against all safety measures in such places, he said. The Lagos State government, through the Safety Commission, is investigating this matter and will ensure that all parties to this reprehensible action are made to account for it. The safety of lives and properties of Lagosians and visitors remains a top priority to the Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu administration. We therefore advise that actions that can lead to loss of lives and properties be avoided, the Commissioner added. For weeks, Lagosians as well as other Nigerians have been gasping in petrol station and scarcity despite the federal government's many promises that sufficient fuel has been released to all marketers. Long queues have persisted at filling stations for over a month, even as motorists buy a litre of petrol for over 200 naira in some places. The astronomical rise in the cost of fuel and the difficulty to get premium motor spirits has made transport fares jump up, with commuters groaning under the high cost of movement. The Chief of Defense Staff, CDS General Leo Irabo, on Saturday expressed delight that the peace is gradually returning to several parts of the country that were heretofore troubled by various security challenges. The CDS made this known at the 2022 edition of the International Military Swords (CISM) Day Run, organized by the Defense Headquarters (DHQ) in collaboration with the International Military Sports Council (CISM). Towards this end, Irabo said this year should be a turnaround, a turning point in overcoming all the security challenges facing our nation. And never again shall we have faced the level of insecurity that has plagued our nation. According to the CDS, the theme of the event, Running for World Peace, is apt, especially at a time some world nations are in conflict with each other, in addition to the prevailing insecurity in the country. He said, if there is any time the world requires peace, it is now. We can all observe the tension that is brewing around the world, coupled with the various security challenges we are facing here in our country. That is why I am glad that peace is gradually returning to parts of Nigeria that have been troubled for long, and it is due to the effort of security agencies and paramilitary organizations. While stressing that physical fitness is essential as it helps troops to be mentally alert and agile, the CDS urged participants to make physical exercise one of their daily habits to put them in good shape as they tackle security threats. And to the next story, which is trending. Justice Adekpele Ojo of High Court Oshobo has reversed ruling on the bail application for owner of Hilton Hotel and Resort in Ife, Dr. Roman Adedoyin, and 6 staff over the alleged murder of master student of Obafemi Awolowo University in Ife, Timothy Adegoke. The National Report, Adedoyin, Magdalene Chiefuna, Adeniyi Adiroba, Oluwole Lawrence, Oyetunde Kazim, Adebayo Kunle, and Adedeji Adeshola were arraigned and remanded on 11-count charges bordering on murder, conspiracy, felony, amongst others. The case was adjourned till Friday for the argument of bail for the 7th defendant. The counsel for the defendant, Kunle Adegoke and KK Eleja, argued the formal bail application of the 1st to 6th defendant, which was opposed by the prosecuting counsel M.O. Omosun, filed before Justice Ojo. The counsel to the 7th defendant, Adeshola Adedeji Okon Ita, moved the bail formal application for his client. Ita told the court the case is clearing of the bail application. The 7th defendant has filed a summons for bail. The 7th defendant applicant has brought an application before the court. I be admitted to bail section 34.1, 35.1, and B 36.5. Exhibit 1 attached to the application is a medical report of the applicant. Exhibit 1 should be admitted as proof of exceptional circumstances to admit her to bail. I hold the court to rule in favor of our application in the moral liberal term. The prosecution, named O. Omosun, responded, "We have filed a counter affidavit to oppose the bail dated March 3rd and filed the same day. 10-paragraph counter written address. It was filed by John Idoko. I hold the court to refuse the bail motion." The presiding justice, Adekunle Ojo, reserved a ruling on bail for all the defendants on Monday, March 7, 2022. She noted that a hearing of the matter will commence on Monday after ruling on bail. And to the next story that makes the national news. The Katsina State Police Command on Friday said it rescued 5 kidnapped victims, including a toddler who were abducted by terrorists in the Kankara local government area of the state. The terrorists were said to have invaded Gidan Nesheku community in Kwantekwamawa village at about 1 a.m. shooting indiscriminately. 4 women and the toddler were said to have been weeks away by the bandits. The bandits were, however, said to have been intercepted and repelled by the police following a distress call. The police spokesperson, SP Gambo Isa, said the terrorists, some of whom sustained gunshot wounds, fled into a forest. Subsequently, the DPO Kankara led a team of policemen to the area, blocked the hoodlums, and engaged them in a gun duel. The operational strategy and tactics exhibited by the policemen made the terrorists flee and abandon their heinous mission. All the kidnapped victims were rescued unharmed. And to the next story. In Kogi State, popular supermarket operator in Lokoja, Kogi State, Ugochukwu Opala, has been kidnapped by yet to be identified gunmen. She was said to have been kidnapped last Saturday evening, shortly after closing for the day, right in front of the Seat of Wisdom supermarket along Ganaja Road, Lokoja. The police public relations officer, superintendent of police, William Aya, while confirming the incident, said that the police was informed that just as Opala closed for the day and was about to enter a car, she was accosted, pushed into their own car, which drove off to an unknown destination. He also noted that the kidnappers abandoned Opala's car and drove off in their own car. He, however, said that the State Commissioner of Police, Edward Epoka, has mobilized officers in conjunction with all other sister security agencies, including the local vigilantes, to go after the kidnappers with a view to freeing the lady and bring the kidnappers to book. We got the information about the kidnap, and the Commissioner of Police have activated all security architecture to ensure that the lady is freed without oath, while the culprits would be apprehended and brought to justice, Aya said. In case you're just joining, you are watching the national news from BGI TV, and the last story on the national news. The police in Anambra State have arrested a 27-year-old woman, Ozioma Orakwe, over the alleged murder of a 75-year-old uncle in Amatutu village, I believe, in the Anocha local government area of the state. The deceased, identified as Martin Orakwe, was said to have been killed during the fight with a suspect and his cops, and to give the impression that he died by suicide. The police public relations officer, DSP Tochukwu Ikenga, in a press statement on Friday said though the police were alerted that the man had taken his own life, findings rather showed that he was murdered. Ikenga added that the police had recovered the body of the deceased and the suspect had also made useful statements helping in the ongoing investigation. He stated that the case will be charged to court. He said preliminary investigation revealed that to cover our track, the suspect positioned the corpse to look like a case of suicide. The statement added against the report received on March 2, 2022 at 3:08 p.m. from one Mr. Martin Orakwe of alleged suicide by the deceased. Preliminary investigation reveals that the victim had a cut on his head with marks of violence over all his body. Additional information shows that before the death of the victim, he had a disagreement with a suspect which resulted in a fight. That was the national news from BGI TV. But before we go, let's quickly have the recap of the headlines once again. We brought to you Lagos to Pro Petrol souvenir as party. We are overcoming security challenges, General Irabo. Breaking Adedoyin, others remain in prison as court reserves ruling on bail. We also brought to you police rescue toddler, 4 women in Katsina community. Popular supermarket operator kidnapped in Kogi. And last story, Police arrest woman for murder of 75-year-old man in Anambra. For more updates on our YouTube channel, the handle is Babagbagude Imo TV. Kindly subscribe and click on the notification bell to select option all to access our broadcast. On Facebook, Bagude Imo with Alawiye Adebayo. Please like the page and follow the page to ensure you have access to our broadcast. On Instagram, Bagude Imo_22. For advertisement of your goods and services, the phone number streaming on your screen is a direct line to dial strictly for advert placement. Thank you for watching. I am Moriri Remila Lawal. Good afternoon.